Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at celebrities thirsting over Tom Cruise. We'll also be sharing some interesting facts about his career. Let's get this started.
And there he is, just happy, smiling. We drink coffee for 2 hours, and it hits me now and then, I'm actually here with Tom Cruise. And then he smiles, and you're back into normality again. He embraces you. It's incredible.
Tom is a hero in real life and not just in movies. He once rescued the passengers of a sinking boat after it caught on fire. He also helped a hit-and-run victim get to the hospital and paid the $7,000 bill after finding out she didn't have insurance.
And I'm freaking out. I'm like, this person, and I see this, and they come off and they like do like a back handspring thing, pulls down. I'm like about to yell at this guy, and it's Tom Cruise.
His co-stars state he's just an all-around nice guy, and they enjoy working with him. One director even said, "I've never met a more enthusiastic, creative, and supportive person."
Thank you.
That was a moment there.
It was a moment.
Sexual tension in the room.
I know. It's a very unconventional love story in a way. I kind of kicked Tom Cruise's butt for most of the film, and then he ends up liking it. Yeah.
By now, you probably know Tom is a follower of Scientology. He also claims it helped fix his dyslexia. Tom was diagnosed with a learning disability at the age of 7.
You were dyslexic?
Yes, and I didn't, it was something that I felt that I had to hide. It was something that was very embarrassing and very true.
Tom was raised a devout Catholic and enrolled in seminary school to become a priest at 14. He and his best friend turned out to be troublemakers, sneaking out to smoke cigarettes and then getting caught drunk on hard liquor. The school didn't take too kindly to this behavior and they were expelled. Tom attended 15 schools in 12 years in Canada and the US. He grew up in poverty and his family moved a lot because his dad had trouble holding down a job.
Feeling guilt about divorce, and for years I ignored it.
Tom also claims he was afraid of his father because he was a bully who beat his children. You're probably wondering how Tom got into acting. He lost his place in a high school wrestling team due to a knee injury and decided to audition for the school's rendition of Guys and Dolls.
Like, this is an amazing moment. I'm gonna tell all my friends, my children, about this kissing scene with Tom Cruise, and I get there, and we had 900 crew, and I arrive on set, and I'm like, come on, Tom, it's about to be the best day of your life.
Tom was also part of the school football team but got kicked off after being caught drinking beer before a game. What sport did you play at school? Tell us below.
I remember walking in, I remember being so nervous and seeing Tom Cruise drive up in a Porsche, I think it was, and he got out of the car and walked through, and I was like, oh.
Tom was squirted with water from a fake microphone by a man posing as a reporter as part of a Channel 4 celebrity prank segment. It happened at the London premiere of War of the Worlds, and to say Tom was not happy is an understatement. Tom enjoys adrenaline-fueled activities like skydiving and flying planes. He got his pilot's license in 1994, 8 years after filming the movie Top Gun.
Just can't create this kind of experience unless you shoot it live.
And I think when Tom hears that something's impossible or it can't be done, that's when he gets to work.
He owns around 5 private jets, including a $20 million Gulfstream he had fitted with a jacuzzi and a screening room.
The cruise cake at my house. It's just this coconut cake. It's the best coconut cake I've ever had in my life. It's from Doan's Bakery in the Valley, so sorry everybody. In England, you can't have it unless you go to California. But it's really good. And yeah, we get it every Christmas. Yeah. We're like, all our family's like, cruise cake's here. It's like a major thing.
Tom is a huge fan of The Simpsons, but has turned down 2 guest role opportunities. It seems Tom just doesn't want to be seen as anything other than a real-life person. Tom will not allow any video games to use him as a character either, nor will we ever see Tom Cruise action figures.
I sometimes, if I get an email from Tom, which I will occasionally do, and we're just going to bed, and my wife's like, will you turn the light on? I go, no, it's Tom. I can't. I've got to reply.
Tom is mentioned in 3 songs. One is Kanye West's Through the Wire, and the other English language track is High School Never Ends by Bowling for Soup. He is also named in a rap by a French band.
He is loving, he's happy. He is what you see here when we see each other and we embrace each other is literally every day on set.
Tom married 2 actresses who acted as Batman's love interests, Nicole Kidman from 1995's Batman Forever and Katie Holmes, who starred in the 2005 film Batman Begins.
So grateful for the film, for everything that came with it. It was a big, important part of my life.
And falling in love on the set.
Amazing, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, and a beautiful marriage and all of those things that came out of it, and 2 beautiful children, and the rest is history.
His favorite aircraft is a P-51 Mustang, which is a fighter jet built after World War II. It has the words "Kiss Me Kate" on the side in honor of his ex-wife Katie Holmes.
I would say Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Just in terms of focus.
Oh, he's so focused.
Yeah.
I mean, watching him do his stunts, I mean, and him actually prepping just before he goes on, I mean.
Tom earned around $75 million for his role in Mission Impossible 2. He turned down an upfront salary and instead took a deal that gave him 30% of the film's gross earnings.
How much have you learned from Tom Cruise working with someone like him?
Almost everything. He is such a hard worker. He just knows everything. I remember being on set with him. He's like, "No, guys, this is a comedic frame." It's like, "Tom, what the hell is a comedic frame?" He's like, "I don't know any of these things." And then he just teaches me things all the time. And his enthusiasm is very communicative.
What was it?
Tom Cruise used to hold a record alongside Tom Hanks for the actor who starred in the most consecutive $100 million grossing movies. His 7-film record was beaten by Will Smith, who managed to star in 8.
We're shooting in Dubai, it's very hot there, and you know, for continuity's sake, you can't have sweat marks on your shirt. So between takes, you'd sort of undress, and I used to tell him, just put it back on, will you, Tom? Do you know what I mean? It was a distracting physique.
Tom was voted the 31st greatest movie star of all time by Entertainment Weekly. Who do you think is the best actor? Leave your comments below.
No, you know what it is? I hate talking about him when he can hear, because you always have to be forceful and kind of lift everyone. But he is actually bloody considerate. He is.
In terms of praise for his good looks, he was ranked at number 18 on VH1's 100 Hottest Hotties and was People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 1990. Tom idolized the actor Paul Newman. The two became good friends while filming The Color of Money. Paul got him into racing cars, and Tom even raced on Paul's team.
But he's in such good shape. I mean, he is in such good shape, and he's an absolute sort of movie machine. Do you know what I mean? He dedicates himself.
Did you know Tom Cruise wore braces when he was 40? They were ceramic, so more subtle than metal ones, and he wore them for 2 years.
He hung off the tallest building in the world for you, Camera 3. You know, because it means something to him that the audience see him doing it and not a CGI sprite or a stuntman, you know.
And that wraps up our video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more binge-worthy videos like this.